There's a restaurant in USA that charges parents an additional $50 if they do not tell their kids to behave in the restaurant. Otherwise, they get charged $50. And that restaurant is called Toccoa Riverside Restaurant in Georgia, United States. And this was implemented by the owner, Tim Ritcher, who had to implement this ever since the coronavirus pandemic started. He started adding the charge when a family came with the children that were running all over the restaurant, and the group that showed up. One of the parents was Lyndsey Landmann, was one of the customers who got charged for $50. She visited the restaurant with her husband and 4 other families. There were 11 children at the table, ranging from 3 to 8 years old. When especially toddlers to kids that are in grade 3, 4. You know that kids will not behave, they will not sit down properly, they will get distracted, they will even do something, even vandalizing the restaurant by accident, of course. Now, Lyndsey Landmann claims the kids were sitting at one end of the table and they were being so good. I even commented halfway through the meal, I can't believe how well behaved they are. Now, after dessert, some of the parents took the children down to the river. Restaurant's owner, Tim Ritcher, then approached their table and Lyndsey claims he had the menu in hand and he's showing where he talked about the fee. At first I thought he was going to compliment us and be like, but you won't be charged because your kids were so well behaved. On Tim Ritcher's side, he explains that there will be a $50 charge per bill at their table. And Lyndsey asked for one explanation, and Tim told her that they were being too loud and the kids were running around outside. And Lyndsey claimed that Tim was was yelling and it was alarming. And Lyndsey's husband posted a Google restaurant review with a 1-star review. And remember, if you are a parent and you have kids and you're going out to eat at a restaurant, and it's your job to make sure your kids behave. It is not the server's job. It is not the restaurant owner's job. It is not another customer, diner's job. It is your kid. You are in charge. Otherwise, take them to McDonald's. Because there are diners going to the same restaurant, they just want to eat their food in peace. They don't talk loud. And they want no disruption or like a little baby to a toddler or a kid up to like at least grade 5, which meaning like at least 9 years old at least, who won't sit down, focused on eating your food. And that is why some restaurants will sometimes give out like a small 6-pack of crayons and a coloring sheet, so kids will be focusing on just coloring in that. But you got to make sure, as parents, you make sure that kids won't color anything else. Don't color the table, don't color the walls, or anything else that is restaurant property. Otherwise, you will get charged for that, and you deserve to get charged for your kid not properly behaving. Because what your kid does, vandalism or misbehave, yeah, that is your problem, not the restaurant's problem. And a proper restaurant review is for people who actually like the food, or maybe it didn't taste well, or how the service was. And if you're giving a 1-star review because your kid misbehaved and establishment called you out for it, or other diners called you out for it, yeah, that's your problem. And you shouldn't have the right to say stuff like this. Because people will like, oh, there's 1-star review because the restaurant owner act like this. But why would the restaurant owner act like that? Because it was the customer's fault. And the owner clearly said there's a $50 surcharge because additional charge because your kids were misbehaving, running around the restaurant and causing a problem for the other diners. Well, reasonable. And parents should either not go there, and they should just take them to a fast food chain like McDonald's or whatever other restaurant is in their area. Or order takeout and take it home. Have a gathering there at home. Because the owner and servers and other customers owners do not want to put up with your problem that you caused. And they are the kind of parents who think, oh, my little son or daughter, the cute little angel, they didn't do anything wrong. No, it's the owner's fault, the server's fault. When actually, your kid or kids, they are misbehaving. Your fault. Own up to it. Admit it. And if a kid makes a mistake, you better teach your kid or kids. Don't act like this. Or next time we're not going to this restaurant, and don't blame it on anyone else. It's your fault.